Introduce yourself. Got to fire. You have all the reason to begin. Yeah, under this disaster, the call. Going ring the wire. You have all the again under this desire. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? But you're acquiesced. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request.
Oh, yeah. Second night. Some Catalyst. St. Ricketts. Oh, I love it. www.stricketts.com. The Catalyst is the Wednesday night song. As I forgot to turn down the volume on my phone, that's echoing me. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday night, 8:02. And as you know, we do a double barrel Yo show once a week. And this is Yo 2.0. So, yo to everybody out there.
Yo.
Outstanding. Jeff the Shark Perini with you as always. And with Yo 2.0 on Wednesday nights, we're doing guest co-host. And tonight, one of our absolute favorites. She's actually part of the Yo Show family. She is Jewel Tady's handy emergency backup. One of my absolute favorite people on earth. And a true lover of all foods delicious like myself. The kosher Miss Tiffany Mosher. Tiffany, good evening. Great to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me back. It's great to be back.
It is great having you back, and things have changed. You're all professional now with your headset and your backdrop, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's better lighting in here, and yeah, this is actually my office. I work out of this area now too, so it all works out.
It's awesome, and I absolutely love it. And Tiffany, for all you who are new to us or new to her, is the author, of course, of the amazing book, Beauty Beyond the Threshold. And it is now available, of course, on Amazon, not only in paperback, but in hardback as well. Absolutely amazing. Tiffany, I always bring you to this when you come on the show, but tell us recently more about the success of the book and more shows and et cetera you've been doing since the book. And is there a sequel on the horizon?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, I'll tell you. I published the book in December, and ever since then, it's just been so busy. I've not only been part of and become part of the Yo Show family, but I've also probably done up to close to 40 radio and podcast interviews. And so it's for an introvert like me, it's interesting because it's like normally I'm not used to being in the limelight so much, but it's been so amazing. I think the people that read the book and reach out and say they're inspired, that's the reason why I did it. It's so neat to see the stories or to hear the stories and to see the feedback for sure. As far as new things, I just started a new job. Summer has been crazy. It's kind of been, I've been on a book promotion hiatus, I guess we'll say, of sorts. Okay. But there's steady, just a lot of interaction on Instagram. It's really good to interact with the fans. So I'm excited about it.
That's terrific. And you're very inspirational on Instagram. Some of your posts are just brilliant. And I read them. I automatically love them. They just hit home. They're outstanding. So, of course, and like I said, we love having you be part of the family. And congratulations continued on the success of the book. It's fantastic. And
Thank you.
really, it's just like you just meet great people through networking like this. And you're certainly one of them. And, when I did this 2.0 thing to bring in um, veterans of the podcast game who might have their own thing who want to interact with us, or amateurs who've never done podcasts, or people that I just, I've had on in the past I want to bring back in. It's been a great avenue so far. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. We do things a little bit different, as you know, but we always have great guests, and tonight is no exception. And I am totally pumped for this. We booked this like maybe about 2 months ago, and I have been chomping at the bit. Local Philadelphia artist, and she's been doing great things, traveling around the country with great music. We're going to play a song from her shortly, and she is Miss Laura Cheadle, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Totally
So excited for her.
So my sweetheart, just awesome to talk to. The music is great, very powerful, very, very now, very 2021, very 2021 with empowering women and the strength of women, which I totally believe in. Here on the O Show, I make
And you're
comments
wearing
about the beauty,
pink.
but yes, I am. I wore this last night as well. It is Tough Guys Wear Pink.
Tough guys wear pink, yeah.
For my wife, Cassie. As you know her situation, but she's upstairs battling and doing strong. I, of course, got the pink bracelet I wear all the time. So in honor of her, over the next 2 nights, I told her I would do that, put the lettering in pink, and everything's in pink as her battle continues, and she's going strong.
We love you, Cassie.
We love you, Cassie. Absolutely, we certainly do. Last night, she didn't get to watch much, and she's like, was everything about me? She's talking about me. I'm like, yeah, we did. And she gets flattered by that. And, she's worth it. And we
gotta
do
show the love. Gotta show the love and support.
I totally agree. And just another powerful woman in my life.
She is. She's very strong. And in seeing our post on Facebook, how she's just, her perspective is just so positive, and she's just hanging in there. And my dogs are so excited, to say that they love Cassie too. So
exactly,
Cassie, we love you. We're thinking of you.
Absolutely, always are. My dog, by the way, seems like he's taken to his mommy's discomforts, because he is just like, we bought a new recliner for her, so it's easier for her to get in and out, relax. And he has just been like pinned to that recliner and by her side all the time. So it's really like, dogs know. They totally sense it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A giant thank you to last week's Yo 2.0 guest. We had an awesome actor on 2 big movies out right now. His name was Roger Dorman. Of course, he was in a Lifetime movie called Cheer for Your Life, and then another new movie called Karen, which actually will debut on BET on the 14th. And I had a brand new podcaster in the house too. Her name is Angela Marie, and Angela has still been gushing about coming on, how great it's been. And of course, Tiffany is now talking about, Jeff, teach me, maybe I want to do my own podcast sometime. So
I am.
No, she was Angela.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever said that. I don't recall saying that.
Hey, you know what? The world needs more. There's never enough. People are like, there's so many, but there's never enough. And I love what she does. And somebody like you too, with the inspirations and all. Hey, take that plunge, man.
I love to be on the Yo Show. I just don't know if I could do my own show. You know what I mean? It's a scary concept for me. I'd have to really push myself out of my comfort zone for that one.
It can be, I guess. It's a little easier when you have a loudmouth jackass on the other end who just kind of always steps up. Even Jules said, like, I like doing it. She feels she's gotten more comfortable, but I guess it kind of helps having my big mouth to kind of weed off all fears.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And, I really do appreciate everybody that gives it a shot. Like I said, Angela kept going on and said, man, that was amazing. Once you get past the first few minutes, it's so much fun and you get to talk. And like I said, you've done like 40 since. Do you find it easier? Is it getting a little more relaxed?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think what helps is, I, because of the book, I get asked a lot of the same kind of familiar questions. So I've come a subject matter expert of myself per se. And so it does make the conversation easier for someone like me who's so introverted and shy and, genuinely normally is like the fly on the wall and not the one to start conversation. So it's been a great process because it definitely pulls me out of my shell and I'm becoming a lot more conversational, which is a good thing. And would I be able to stand in front of a crowd and do this? It's like, I know there's viewers watching, but I just try to if it was like everybody watching in front of me, like at a crowd, I'd probably choke. And like, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably laugh in embarrassment and it would just be a disaster, an
I
absolute disaster.
Yeah, I feel you. People have asked us, Joel and I, to come live to their places, local bars and restaurants, etc., and say, "Hey, do your show here." And I always wonder when there's like, let's say, 50, maybe even 100 people who aren't used to you, and now they're sitting there and they give one of these as they're now watching you. You're like, okay, now I really have to be on.
The pressure is on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's a little different because if you're at home, you'll tune in and people tune in, they like it, they'll stick around for a while. Some people tune in like, oh, I'll get back to that later and watch the replay. Some people tune in and say, I just can't stand the sound of Jeff's voice. I think I'm out of here, and they can get out. When they're sitting there at a bar and you're doing your thing, and if they just sit down and hear you and take a sip and like, I'm out of here, that's tough.
All eyes on you.
Yeah. It'd be
No
really
pressure.
It'd be really tough to watch them walk out. So being from the southern part, I know you're very familiar with this, and I talked about it last night with Jewel, and I'm going to hit with you as well. Hurricanes, tornadoes, it's sweeping the northern and southern eastern part of the country. What the hell's going on? How's the weather been down there? Because here it's been brutal on a couple different occasions.
Actually, right before I came on, there's a really, really bad thunderstorm. I was hoping, please don't let the power go out right now because Jeff, you'll be on your own because I'm not going to have any power. But for the most part, it's been pretty quiet here. Just very hot. Here in Kentucky. But Kentucky. But we've been very fortunate. I know a lot of my family in Pennsylvania was impacted by the Hurricane Ida remnants, and it's just sad to see all the devastation that's happening. It's horrifying, really.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. A lot of flooding, and I was telling Jewel, like in my lifetime, I think I may have remembered one tornado touching down near this area. Then over the last month, there's been two. And pretty heavy. And there was a lot of twisters seen over the last couple weeks when we had both storms. So, you of course wish everyone's safety. Last week when we did the show, there was a threat of a tornado and came on, and me and Angela live very close by. And we're telling everybody, look, you might lose us at any second. We might be totally wiped out here.
Did you lose power after the storm?
No, we did very good with power. Knock on wood, or whatever kind of product this actually is. But yeah, we actually held tough. And very little water. Like I have an occasion where I got a slight little crack that'll make just the tiniest leak, and nothing to that either. So we've been very good, very fortunate.
That's good. Very good.
Of course, we get a little nervous. Of course, Bridget Marie in the house. Hello, Bridget. She, of course, has the Fuck Cancer banner on there. Very good friend of my wife and mine. And she is here supporting us with the fight. She's been at the hospital during my wife's tough time. And, she always reaches out. She's fantastic. And I always appreciate you watching the show, of course, Bridget. And thanks for that banner. Like, I want that on a t-shirt. I think that's freaking awesome.
I think they do have those t-shirts.
They might. And if they do, I certainly want to get one made or have one. Like I said, I love this one. This came from our neighbor. Again, a big thanks to Kate and Brett and Tosh, our neighbors. And she like, I made a care package for you guys, and Cassie's going through everything. And she's like, wait, I think this shirt's for you. And I'm like, well, I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it all week. And that's lovely. Wouldn't do any of it any other way. We appreciate that. And yeah, let's get these shirts made. Let's get everything we can to make her comfortable.
Absolutely.
I do what I can. I got home tonight. She was in the mood for junk food, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do a healthy version of junk food. So she chopped up potatoes, put them in the air fryer, made like homemade French fries. Mm-hmm. Nothing with the grease and all that nonsense.
Isn't the air fryer amazing?
It is the greatest invention.
Oh my gosh.
Ever. I make wings in it and chicken. And yes, Bridget, I made her burgers tonight on the actual grill, but she just got fresh ground meat. Nothing like pre-made patty, nothing with fatties in it and all that. Just ground meat. And she said, look, the old me, the itch, I would have went to Wendy's and ate crap. So tonight we made it.
That's what I had for
Yeah.
dinner.
These are right. I love it.
I
She loves it. Don't get me wrong. She
well,
loves it.
yeah, I was in a rush. I was working all day, and then I had I was on like a panel for memoir authors
Oh, wow.
Zoom thing from 4:30 to 5:30 with my publisher, and then I had to rush to go take Abram to get a haircut, and then on the way back, I stopped to grab Wendy's and quick ate and jumped on the Yo show. So it's been a busy day.
Awesome. What is your poison at Wendy's? What do you pick? What's your go-to?
So I've been like in this mood for the jalapeno pepper. It's on a chicken sandwich,
Okay.
but I always ask for it on a burger instead.
Okay.
I like it, but I don't, nothing against a chicken sandwich, but I just like the burger instead. So it's
Sure.
everything, and then I ask for the burger, and they'll give it to me that way. But tonight, I asked the guy in the drive-thru, "Can I get the number 12 on a burger?" And he's like, "Hold on a second." So of course he had to go ask, and they always do. And it comes back, he's like, "Yeah, we can do that." And then I get home, and it was on the chicken sandwich.
Oh.
I ate it anyway, but I was like, bummer. But I'm also the type that's not gonna go like complain. I'm just gonna eat it. Is whatever. It's fine. It was all right. It wasn't like the best thing, but it satisfied the junk food craving.
There you go. And trust me, what people call junk food and bad food, I call delicious. So I got no problem. Not a fast food fan. I tried that chicken sandwich and it is delicious. Now, Wendy's has good stuff, but it's funny because I always talk about the burger. And if I'm in a mood for a hamburger, I won't go to McDonald's. Like I got to be in the mood just for McDonald's.
Hmm.
I know it sounds weird, but that's kind of the way it is. For me, it's the same with chicken. Like if I'm in the mood for chicken, I go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah,
Period. And everything
hands
else
down.
is like second name. Yeah, so no doubt about it. But hey, I appreciate your meal. I had mozzarella sticks today for lunch. I know you didn't know because I forgot to send you a picture. And I know that's sacrilege between our little friendship we have going on here. But it actually worked out great because I was at work today, started my new job, didn't order anything to eat. She texted me and said, "What'd you have for lunch?" I said, "Nothing." She actually called a local pizza place and had them send me food for lunch, mozzarella sticks, a couple slices of pizza.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's just amazing.
What a great. She's amazing.
She is. And as always, as I got to the last mozzarella stick, I'm like, oh, I forgot to text Tiffany. Yeah. It's like a given, man. It's like
Yes. Oh, the mozzarella sticks. Always a fan of mozzarella sticks. Can't go wrong.
First day was hey, you're not way late. First day was good. I just spoke about it. First day was good. A good atmosphere. It was a former boss from years ago. He's like, look, I know you're kind of getting out of the car business, but I kind of need a guy like you. And when he calls, I go because he's a great boss, very down to earth, a people's person. So when he offered, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. And first day was great, and I have a feeling it's going to be very good for me. I said until the brewery gets to be big time where I can afford to work there all the time, I've got a new day job. So
It's nice. That'll be good.
it'll keep me busy. Keep this mind occupied because it gets dangerous when it's not. So one thing we do the same on Yo 2.0 as we do on Tuesday nights, the Yo show, is play music. And tonight, a tremendous act, as I said, Laura Cheadle. Her latest is called Shine This Lifetime. I'm in love with this song. I've got a little crush on this song because I think it's adorable. But I do. I love it. And I'm going to play it here. So Laura owns her own music. I asked her, I said, any record companies involved? Because, we can't do that. I said, no. Yeah, she said, no, independent, my stuff. Feel free to let it rip. Because if you remember on Tiffany's birthday, we got shut down because I played a movie clip that had a little song in the background.
Yeah.
Dexter, yeah.
Like 30-second clip.
Ugh.
They said, nope, no more.
Jules like, I knew it. And because she told me beforehand, she's like, it's got music in it. I'm like, no, it doesn't. We'll be all right. As I always say, I suck at my job. Anyway, let's share a song that I know we have rights to. Laura Cheadle and her lovely song, Shine This Lifetime, setting it up now. We'll get it fired up here for you. We always do large screens so I can get my face out of the way. And it's coming up now, about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So check out this little music video and the song. And we'll be right back here in a moment. Jeff and Tiffany on Yo 2.0.
lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right.
Hi, Laura. Is it true that you can make the sun shine? I heard you could do it.
Live your life, this lifetime. Hey! Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Hey! Everyone's gonna tell you what they want you to be. Baby, I got news for you. You're allowed to be free. Trust your intuition. That's your life mission. Nobody else got nowhere. Follow in this system. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Hey! There's always a place to go, no matter how far. You'll find your voice. You'll reach for your star. Trust yourself. What's deep down inside? Don't be afraid to just shine, shine, shine. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Let it shine. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar by night. Let it shine. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Shine, shine. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna soar. We're gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. Shine, shine. Gonna shine this lifetime. Gonna live this life so manifest. Don't let it live this life so right. Shine, shine. We're gonna live our life. We're gonna use our minds. Gonna fly this lifetime. We're gonna live this life so right. So right. Soar by night. Soar by night. This lifetime. Gonna live this life so right. We're gonna soar by night. We're gonna live this life. We're gonna live this life so right.
And that right there is
Yes.
fantastic. Woo!
I was over here dancing.
I seen you. I can see in a little backstage thing. I had a little dance going on as well. I
You
don't
know,
blame you.
I could totally picture Laura singing there, you and me and Jewel in the background, doing those dance like on the beach like that.
I agree. That should be us in the video. I love independent artist videos because they're so fun and like it's like they build up the dream of what they want to do with their music and just explode it on the set. Not like it's
Yeah.
you see like the big names and the record company ones doing it, and it's almost like it's very acted, very directed. When you see like the independent people do it, it's kind of like this is what I want to do, and I want people dance behind me and let's party. And it's great song. I love it.
Oh, it's so much fun. Just a good. But how talented! Did you see my face when she's on there playing the drums? I was like, the
Yeah.
drums too, the guitar, the voice, everything. Yeah, the good vibes. I love it. I loved every second of it. Can't wait to meet her.
Absolutely, that's going to be coming up around 8:30, a little before, a little after. All depends. We don't keep a strict book here. The guests come in when they're good and ready, and we usually keep them to that half-hour window, which I love. We had a great artist on last night. I don't know if you were able to catch it yet. If not, make sure you catch it. A gentleman by the name of Ray Castronovo, who is with a band called Streetwise out of New York. And his story is pretty amazing. He was in his 20s. He was offered a record deal and turned it down to make his family happy, keep his family life going strong, and then got in the construction business, which was very successful. And then 30 years later, he's back out now with a band, making music, touring, rocking out. So like I said, artists like this and Laura, the independent ones who just come out and do it on their own, forge their way to, you know, definite upcoming fame, blows me away. I love it.
And it's just raw, beautiful talent. Really, you get to showcase the talent, and I love it too. I can't wait to check out more music from her.
There is
There's
plenty of it on
so much.
Apple. There's I don't know if you have Apple Music. I use Apple
Mhm.
Music, and they have tons of her music. I've perused through it all, and every time an artist comes on, like I said, there's at least a couple songs that go right in my library, and this Shine Lifetime is already on. So, touring the way to work.
You dance in your car.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
very well might. It's happened before. It's not the prettiest scene. It's a little embarrassing, but
You just gotta do you.
I agree.
Live your
I
best life.
I am, damn it. I don't care
Yeah.
what anybody says.
Mozzarella sticks and everything.
God, dude, today's were really good too. And you know, like she knows me that well, and she's like, "Did you get lunch?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it came. Guy delivered it. Mozzarella sticks, pizza, my bare essentials." She knows how to scratch the itch. So, you mentioned the new job. We won't get too involved in what it is because I know we all have our privacies in life. But going good, been successful. I know that you were highly regarded for it, and how's it
Yeah,
going?
it's going very good, very busy.
Yes.
Very, very busy. Thank you again to our mutual good friend Tim Simmons for connecting me to the company. It's I feel like for the first time in a while, I'm my skills are being utilized, and I feel like I'm contributing to something really, really great. And it's a good feeling. It's a very, very good kind of busy. I'm exhausted by the end of the day. I'm tired, but in a good way. It's
Right.
not like I'm just draining myself in the wrong way. And then in addition to that, I've also been on the side. I was hired by my publisher to coach some new authors that are going to be publishing this year. So do that. I mean, very, very few and far between, but it's so great to inspire the authors that are writing now and be able to help them out and help them achieve their dreams of publishing. And because a year ago I was in that spot. I was
Right.
writing and didn't realize, goodness, am I doing the right thing? This is so hard, because writing a book is no easy feat. It's
Sure.
hard. It's very hard. But um so that's been a lot of fun to do too. So aside from all that and the kids and everything, it's just going back to school. My daughter is now in college. I
Wow.
feel old. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride, a good ride though.
Excellent. That's outstanding. And you sent us a couple of outstanding authors who I've kept in contact with that we'll have on one of these programs in the very near future. They both have very busy lives also. I don't know how some of you people find time to write books. Listening to some of the things they have going on. One of them teaches at night, and she has all these meetings during the day, and the other one does bartending and another job. And it's just, wow, it's busy. So I definitely admire your ability to not only work hard, do your parenting like you do, but also be creative. It's outstanding. Your dog's a
Yeah.
fan as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And last year when I wrote the book, I think back too, I'm like, I don't know how I did it, because it was the pandemic, and then I was working, and I was getting my master's. I've graduated with my master's in August.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And well, last year, but it was
But yeah,
like
still.
but and I went through a divorce all at the same time, and I'm just like, how did I even do it? I don't even know. But I think it's one of those things. It's like when you have a goal and you want to achieve something, nothing will stop you. Nothing gets in the way. You just do it. You just you just somehow find and manifest that extra energy. And you asked earlier, I forgot to answer your question about a sequel. Not anytime soon. No, I don't. Not because this hasn't been a great journey with publishing. I just don't know what I write about. The
Yeah,
first
I
book
got
was
it. Yeah.
about like my life and my travels and all this stuff, and I haven't traveled anywhere since the book ended, and that last trip in the book. I'm not going to spoil it for the readers, but it's like I'm not like a fiction writer. I don't know what I would Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Get it. Beauty Beyond the Threshold. But I get you. I mean, you could write like Yo and Me, My Journeys to the Yo Show.
There you could talk about all the guests we've had and
Yeah. Leave out the stuff with me because nobody wants that.
Yo and Me.
Yo, would it be Yo and Me or Yo and I? I guess Yo and I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let's get to our very special guest because I've waited for this for a while. I've been super excited. She actually has guitar in hand, so maybe she's going to perform a little something for us. That'd be absolutely awesome. Everybody, our guest, you know how we love anybody from the Philly area. Myself, Bucks County, Jewel, Montgomery County. So we love Philadelphia. And this young lady is one of the absolute prides of Philadelphia, a terrific musician, a lovely human being as well, very talented. Ladies and gentlemen, our very special guest this evening, Miss Laura Cheadle.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going great. Are you going to perform first?
Of course, whatever you want. I'm always ready. I got my dad here behind me. I'm always ready. Papa Cheadle in the house.
What's up, Papa Cheadle?
I mean, I always just hold the guitar, so you never know when I'm ready. You know what I mean?
We played one of your newer ones earlier, and I just love your voice, your talent. It's just amazing. So if you want to jump into another song for our audience, we would love it.
I love a good impromptu. All right, you know what? We're gonna do a song called "Shine This Lifetime." Let's start off with a bang. It's off the new album coming out in a month or so. The whole album. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Everyone's gonna tell you what they want you to be. Baby, I got news for you, you're allowed to be free. Trust your intuition, that's your life mission. Nobody ever got nowhere, following the systems. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. There's always a place to go, no matter how far. You'll find your voice, you'll reach for your star. Trust yourself, it's deep down inside. Don't be afraid to just shine, shine, shine. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar by night. Gonna fly this lifetime, gonna live this life so right. Let's shine, yeah. Gonna shine this lifetime, gonna soar, we're gonna soar by night, yeah. Don't stress, baby, let's manifest. Don't stress, baby, let's manifest. We're gonna live a life, we're gonna use our minds. Gonna live a life, gonna live a life so right.
Awesome.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
So, I got to thank you for coming on. You've been super busy all the way out from California, shows in New York, and you have so much coming up. How's it been? How's it been working for you?
Well, I was making up for lost time from COVID. We had like a 26 city tour before the world shut down. So that was crazy, but I actually wrote this whole album over the lockdown. So it worked as my muse because I hadn't written in like 4 years before the lockdown. So it was positive, a positive change here. And now I'm, like I said, making up for lost time.
That's amazing. So you in your video, you play the guitar, you play the drums, you sing. Dance. You do it all. Is there anything else that you play?
That's about. I've been trying to teach myself the bass lately. That's about it. But yeah, I love. I actually started playing drums when I was younger, and with my brothers with a band named Sibling. So I do jump on drums all the time. And my dad here, I grew up in a really musical family, so there was always an instrument in all of our hands, always.
Awesome.
And you started singing at 4 years old. How did you know, or was it dad? Like, who knew that you had it that young?
Well, my dad, he always had super famous people in our basement jamming, and I was like, I want to be a part of that. So I remember my dad had Boys to Men over, or he was at the studio with them. I'm trying to remember what the story was, but I was there, very young. I think I was in like middle school or something. I don't even remember. But I was like, they get to tour the world and do this? And then I started singing like around that time. Actually, no, that was way after 4. What am I talking about? I don't know. I just came out of the womb singing, I think. All the influences.
Where is your dream venue to perform?
Red Rocks in Colorado. I've been there, but I think that would be like the perfect blend of nature. Oh, it'd be amazing.
So if you got to perform at Red Rock, who would you want to share the stage with? Who would be like your dream?
Is it dead or alive, or they have to be alive?
Dead or alive.
Yeah, like James Brown, Aretha Franklin,
Nice.
alive, Stevie Wonder, Bruno Mars, everyone funky. I want to share the
And
stage.
your dad, of course.
Of course, well, Dad's in the band, so he's already there.
Is there some tough love having your dad in the band?
Me to him more,
Yes.
Me abusing
She yells
him.
at me all the time.
Me abusing him more. No.
I think that's great. It helps. Definitely helps when you go out on tour, etc. Being around family, which is terrific. So the new single, "Shine This Lifetime," which you played for us. Give us a little something about what it means. We saw the video too, which is great with the young girl. And you just explode. So give us a little something behind the creativity of that song.
Well, that song was written when we were, like I said, locked down, and everybody was online, all depressed. There was so much crazy stuff going on. I just started playing that groove, and I wrote the lyrics and music in, I think, an hour.
Wow.
It was just, my muse was trying to get people out of the negativity, and getting myself out of the negativity too. So that just came really inspired, that song. And then I came into the studio, which we're in now, where I do all my recording, and laid it down, and it was really, really smooth. It was so much fun.
Do you find that songwriting is something that comes very natural to you?
Yes, actually, it became really natural to me when I had my first heartbreak. So it was just like all the floodgates open. My first albums are really funny because it's a lot of heartbreak on there.
I gotta tell you, the beauty of men being jerks is this is great music. No Doubt, Taylor Swift, Laura Cheadle. So guys, keep being jerks.
Something like that.
Yeah, it gives us great music. You have a huge live event coming up. The Elephant Talk Indie Music Awards, October 1st and 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about big festivals like that. Like how exciting is it to meet all these artists and do such big shows like these?
Well, Elephant Talk's amazing because they named me Musician of the Decade 2020, which was like the best award ever. Jerry Ryan has done so much for the community, and he's just an amazing person, and it's such a great cause for children with autism. So that alone, even representing something like that, is incredible. And I was nominated this year and won Best Female Vocalist, so it's like so exciting to perform and be honored. They actually named the keyboard award after my dad.
Wow.
So if you win Best Keyboard, it's named after James Cheadle. So they've done a lot for us, and it's great hanging with musicians. It always is. You always meet somebody different.
It's amazing. Do you have something else that you'd want?
She's ready. Tiffany's ready. Yeah, I actually. Oh, I have plenty of songs, but this song my dad and I wrote this together, and this is a way more chill song. It's a love song, and my dad actually wrote the music, and I heard as he played me the music for the first time, the words poured out of my mouth. It was like a really trippy experience. So it's called A Dream is Made of Souls.
Look in my eyes, your sky is my sunrise. Beautiful smile, the world is on our side. If you could see the way our moments intertwine, you would have known I've always seen this as a sign. A dream is made of souls. A dream is made of souls. How can we live without a hand to hold? Open my mind, you are my calming side. United fire, the wind is our desire. If you could see the way our moments intertwine, you would have known I've always seen this as a sign. A dream is made of souls. A dream is made of souls. Little things that move me. Your wings just seem to make me sing. Yeah, dream is made of songs. A dream is made of songs. A dream is made of souls. A dream is made of souls. How can we live without a hand, your hand, my hand to hold?
Release the doves.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
The best part is I sit here, and in my imagination, you're singing it just to me.
Yep, that's the best part of music.
That totally possesses a terrific song. So we see both sides. You can go high energy, and you can come down and go soft, but the voice goes all the way up. It's amazing. I've heard you described as high energy, almost fidgety. You can't keep your shoes on. Can't sit still. How do you channel it, settle down, say, okay, it's time to write, without getting all frantic?
The writing process is a lot different than the live performance is my favorite thing because you go out of your mind. And there's my mom. Hi, Mom. But the writing is fun. That's when you actually are chill, and that's when you can relax and write. But the live performances, I always tell everyone, you don't know me until you've seen me live with the band, because that's all different aspects.
I tried seeing some videos leading up to you coming on. And it is just seeing you here live, you feel the music even more than you do just by listening.
And videos never do it justice, unfortunately. Yeah.
No, I think it's wonderful that you got your guitar and your microphone, your keyboard, you got everything with you tonight. This is incredible to be able to hear you play live and sing for us.
You know, the lockdown really showed me how to do live streams. I will thank it for that. I figured out everything during that time. Got all the right mics. You know, it was a lot.
Same here. After all this time, we finally found a studio to do it live. And after 5 shows, we were shut down. But it's a blessing. It's great to go audio and video, see the talent, see the co-hosts, etc., and have everybody share the experience.
Oh yeah, this is fun. I love StreamYard too. I've done a lot of these. This is fun.
I'm a big fan. I love it. Greatest invention ever. So you're big in the Philly scene, and a lot of your biographies, a lot of your write-ups on your websites, etc. They really press you as a Philly going to pay great homage to the city. What are some of your favorite venues, and who are some of your favorite Philly artists?
Well, it's funny because I'm actually a Jersey girl, but you know they love putting me in Philly. Well, I did live in Philly for a while, but I'm a Jersey girl through and through. I mean, my dad just whispered Patti LaBelle for Philly because you know.
Yeah, absolutely, certainly.
I mean, I'm trying to think who's from Philly. I know this. I know this. I get asked this a lot, and I always freeze. I think Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott. There you go. I'm a big Jill Scott fan. Yeah, I love Jill Scott. And Motown Philly, Boyz II Men, who I mentioned earlier.
Absolutely.
I only got 3 of their autographs, not the 4th one, so I'm still holding that against them. I don't know. I got to get that 4th one.
That journey still goes on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the guys lives near my parents, actually, in Jersey. So
Yeah.
I'll just go stalk him. You know.
If you're out there.
I'm missing a signature from middle school or something.
So when you're not on stage, when you're not live streaming, when you're not practicing, what do you like to do in your downtime?
It's really based around music, but that's a good question. I'm a big runner. I like to run. I'm a vegan, so I don't know what that means. I like to try different vegan cooking.
Different beans.
Different beans, you know. I just like hanging out. Like this past weekend, I had a show at Blues Fest, and then the next 2 days, I just hung out. I went to the movies for the first time in 2 years. I love the movies. Yeah, I don't know. Very normal things. But it's usually around music.
Very cool. You were recently out in California. What is the scene like out there? Very different than here?
Very different, yeah. I can't mention the show I'm on, but I have been filming in Los Angeles all summer. I'm going to be on a TV show. Can't mention it yet, but you'll see.
Ooh. Can you give us a network?
Nope.
Really?
I signed an NDA. I cannot say anything.
Wow.
But I can, you know, allude to it.
Okay. Just a little allude to it. Whatever you can give us.
It's a major network. That's all I'll tell you.
I'm excited. And I know shows have carried your music before. So is this part of that?
Nope. I am completely the actress in this one.
Amazing. Very exciting. How did that come about?
Oh, this is crazy. I fell upon. I'm a big networker, and that I had met. So I met this person a couple years ago, and auditioned, and bam, kind of just happened. And everything is auditioned through Zoom now, so it's amazing.
Sure.
So it was so easy. I didn't have to fly out for that or anything.
Did you do any acting prior to this? Were you in the school plays a lot when you were younger?
Oh yeah. I also was in a short film in 2019 called Ether. I play a hippie music manager. That was a great show. Film, sorry. But yeah, I'm mostly a musician, but I'm playing a musician, so it's pretty easy.
It's terrific. I mean, overall, you definitely have the look. Your look just jumps off the page, and of course your music does too. So they definitely cast it properly.
Yeah. LA is very acting. I would say that. That's the vibe I get from LA. There's a music scene, of course. But it's different. It's fun, but it's different. It's perfect weather all the time.
That's great.
It's amazing.
You've also done some Pride Fest.
Oh yeah.
I know you love to be like active in those kind of things. Do you love being able to use your platform to speak up and to reach out to different communities?
Absolutely. I think nobody in 2021 should be discriminated against in any way for your sexuality, your race. It's disgusting to me at this point. So I will always help the minorities and do anything I can, because it's crazy to me that people are still so homophobic and racist in 2021. Come on.
I believe we said it last night. We had an artist on our show last night. And again, his music was about pandemic and lockdown and how people confront each other and how we all just have to get together. So I keep telling the audience, listen to music, listen to our guests, because they have an answer. Let's get better.
Just base your opinion on people based on the person they are. That's all. Talk to people, and that's how you become a better person, when you hang around people you didn't think you normally would. You'll learn a lot. That's why I love being a musician.
It's easy to be kind.
Yeah.
How much easier to be kind?
I'm always meeting new people on the road, and that's the best part of being a musician. You're always around different people. You always meet friends along the way. It's fun.
Who was the coolest musician on the road?
Well, I've opened for a lot of people. I've opened for Jonas Brothers. I opened for, let me think. Felix. You know, my favorite person we ever toured with, opened for, was Peter Tork of the Monkees, which is actually older than your generation, right? Wasn't that a little older for you?
Yeah.
Anyway, but my mom went crazy. Peter, he passed away a couple years ago. He watched our sound check. He was so excited. He brought us backstage, and when you have a famous opener like that treats you like a human, there's a big difference.
He helped us bring
He helped bring our equipment. Like, I will never forget that. And, you know, he was just a great human being, and it really makes a difference, because some people that are famous, if I ever got super famous, I would be the nicest person to the opener, because we were all the opener at one time. Everybody.
Absolutely.
In any way of life.
It's true.
Speaking of super famous, you hear the story of some super famous people, like Britney Spears. Free
Britney!
Free Britney agreed. Do you ever fear of it being too big and maybe overwhelming your life?
That's a lot. I mean, that is like I like the kind of fame where you're just a respected musician touring around doing good venues, but yeah, that's like a pop singer, and they live crazy lives. And Britney started as a teenager, though. She had to grow into it. I feel bad for her, but I think it's coming along.
Like people say to me, don't you want to be like a Howard Stern or Joe Rogan? I don't know. I wouldn't mind the money, but I don't know if I can handle that microscope that I'm under.
Oh, yeah. And once you lose the struggle, what's there to aspire to anymore, right?
True.
Did you find during the pandemic that it was how do I ask this? As far as like the fan. I know you said you did a lot of live streams. Do you find that you just were glued to social media and being as interactive as possible just to try to keep up with the fans? Is that something that you like to do?
Oh, yeah, I would do that pandemic or not. I'm obsessed. I've been obsessed with social media forever. I always turn my phone off on weekends sometimes if I can, but that's also a huge networking thing. You know, when we couldn't go out and network, I network with people all the time online, and I'm very active. But it's not a job for me. It's fun. Always writing little things. You know, keep it in touch.
That was terrific. And you got referred to us through networking. Through our friend Earl Rain.
Earl! He's in Facebook jail right now.
He's in Facebook jail. He said, make sure Laura and Tiffany are watching us. Hello to them. He's great.
He's amazing. He sent me a mug. I forgot to bring it in. It's amazing. It's somewhere.
He came to me and said, Laura is an act you would love. And immediately, I fell in love with the music and your whole persona within like minutes. So I'm like, yes, this has to happen. And you've been very receiving. I love you for it. It's terrific.
It's amazing to be on. This is a great Wednesday night. Is that what today is? I don't even remember.
Yeah. No. The holiday got me all mixed up. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Hump day.
Do we have time for one more song?
Ooh, yeah.
All right, we'll do one more.
Everybody say.
Yeah, I got my little... This is I released this music video during the pandemic. If you want to go to my website, it's called Everybody Say. It's got animation in it. It's on the website. It's my first single I released in March called Everybody Say.
I open my eyes and wonder why, knowing that we are all too strong to cry. The world below us may cause some stress. Let's race to the top and soar out of this mess. Everybody say, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 be the rest in the past. A day is only good if you make it last. If you can breathe, you can shine a smile away. But we're not down being the day is our day. Everybody say, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 oh. Sometimes the only way to dream is to believe. But I know, you know, we all know it's the only way to be. See what's now. Life is too short to not live your life right. Life is too short to not live your life. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Laura Cheadle, our very special guest. Laura, Laura, I keep Laura.
Laurel. Do you remember that Laurel?
So early next year, myself and a couple of partners are opening a large brewery in the Pennsylvania area. We would love to have you come out for sometime.
Oh yeah, have your people call my people. I love it. Sounds awesome. And as long as you have some wine there too. There you go. I don't drink beer, so I was like, you know.
But I gotta tell you, that live venue will bring the house down. It's beautiful. That's incredible music.
Thank you. And this is just the duo. We have a 4-piece, so.
You know, it's just like that. It's amazing. So props to your dad, and thank him as well for coming out and performing. Thank you for that. Absolutely. And more, of course, if you want to find out more, www.lauracheadle.com. Find her on Instagram at Laura Cheadle Music and Facebook, of course, at Laura Cheadle. I can't thank you enough for coming on. I look so forward to this, and you know what? There's 100 times better than I imagined.
Yes! Thank you so much. And Tiffany, your questions were great. So it's a nice change to have like really fun questions to answer. So you guys are awesome.
We don't know hard hitting stuff. We want to know about the fun. We want to know what makes you, what inspires you, and it helps inspire us. It really does.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Pleasure is absolutely ours. And thank you. We'd love to have you on again.
Definitely. Let's do it. We'll book it.
Terrific. Thank you again, Laura, and thank you, Dad, for coming on. We love it. We'll talk to you real soon. Laura Cheadle, ladies and Have a great night.
Bye.
That was terrific. A lot of people came out and said, there is an echo. It was more or less our end and being in her studio because there's like that little delay. But I think it's amazing. Mom, thank you. Sue Cheadle, your daughter is a super talent. I get tongue-tied a little bit. I started calling her Laura a little bit, and I caught myself. Laura. I get so excited, though, and I get excited by great guests. And Tiffany, I got to tell you, for her to actually take time to sing for us live and talk about it with just such a great attitude really makes me feel great. It's like the best part of doing the show.
We had a concert tonight on Yo 2.0.
We
I
sure
mean,
did.
we had it was a special treat and just, such upbeat, positive music. I was tired from my day, and I even have my tea mug that says "dead tired" on it. But I'm like, she gave me energy, she gave me life,
Yeah.
just through her personality and her music and just the beat and Dad was playing along. I mean, amazing, absolutely incredible.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And kind of the same way, like it was my first day at this new job, and I'm kind of like, and I messaged you at like 7:57. I'm like, you with me? And you came on like, I'm here. I'm like, oh man, Tiffany sounds like she's beat, and I know I'm beat, but it just comes out and kicks ass. Now, Laura, thank you.
Yes, thank
Tremendous. I
you.
got to say, tremendous. You were amazing. Such a presence, and that is the kind of presence that I believe should be really famous. People need that energy right there. Like I said, your father played, your mom came out and gave you props, and I love when the family is supportive like that as well. Angela Marie, who was with us last week as our guest co-host, back here again, and she does. She has an amazing voice, terrific personality, very down to earth. Like I said, she's into just speaking up. It is 2021.
Yeah.
Let's embrace everything and everybody. Make your choices. Do your things. Just don't hurt other people. If you're not hurting other people, who really cares what your choice is? I don't.
Exactly. So much easier to just be kind and be loving. And, it just takes extra energy to be hateful and mean and nasty. It's like, why not be in a mindset of just wanting to be kind to others? I don't grasp why there's so much hatred. It makes me sad. It makes me so sad, and that's why I try to teach my children, just love everyone, just show love, show um, acceptance, and just it, and they love it too. They love, my daughter is a very huge pride advocate, and she draws pictures, and it's just amazing to see their hearts just so wonderful and kind, and it's effortless, just to be nice.
I agree. And people like you do these Pride Fest, male, female, and people say, are they this or are they that? I don't really care. They can do the festival without being anything but artists. Who really cares? You know what I mean? Terrific artists. That's what I'm all about. And that's what we do here on the show. We don't want to know about, I even hate saying the word. That's how much I hate it. I don't want to know about your politics. I don't want to know about your uh, deep down hates and what burns you. I want to know what inspires you and what makes you creative. That's what's fun to me, and that's what we do here on the show every time. And I've had public relations agents for actors, actresses, musicians, authors like yourself, and I get the question a lot, like, you guys don't do that, do you? No, we don't, and we won't.
No, no, it's a touchy subject, and it's one of those things where we need a break from it all, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important to know what's going on in the world, obviously, but sometimes, when you just want to have fun, you just want to break, and you want to talk about the fun things, talk about the creative energy, the creative things, the things that make you who you are, and that's what it's really all about.
Exactly. And during the pandemic, like I said, Jewel and I had the studio. Our last show was like the day before they shut everything down. And Jewel didn't even make it because of the fear of it getting shut down. And I was at the studio, and Emily Cipriano was my guest from the Pennsylvania Pole Academy. And she talked about, hey, it's my business. It's going to get shut down. But we had a great time in the studio, and we got to talk. And then once it got shut down, we realized, right now we need a plan B. And of course, as always, I give props to Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell for introducing us to this. And this has been fantastic. And we meet people like this. We meet great people like Tom Nuspickle from St. Ricketts, of course. Tom, an amazing guitarist, just awesome musician. And like I said, doing the show has introduced us to these guys. And they were on in the studio, and like just great dudes. We after party with them and all, and these guys know what it's like to be like in a rock band, be like rock stars, but not like smug. They don't have an arrogance about them. They're just into creating great music, and that, man, That is what we do here.
I cannot wait to come up there and see them live.
Exactly. And I
cannot
issued
wait.
you the very hush hush. You, Jewel, and myself are the only ones that got the hush hush sneak previews, a couple of their new songs. So excited.
So exciting. And that in itself, just knowing we got the inside,
Right?
it's a little bit like,
That's right. I've
not
got
to
something-
brag, no big deal, but
I
got
mean,
early
like,
access to St. Ricketts. I mean, no big deal though.
exactly. I mean, like MMR, like Pierre Robert, he don't have it. Eddie Trunk don't have it. Howard Stern don't have it. We got
Right.
it. Rogan ain't got it.
Exactly.
Yosher's got it. Superstars, St. Ricketts, we love them. Again, www.stricketts.com. A lot of people say, hey, man, what's that music? Where do I find these guys? And I'm like, here. And a lot of people say, oh, man, it's like gym music now, or it's car music, and that's awesome. Tom, we're waiting, bud. But we're patient. We're patiently waiting.
Yes. I've added them to my rock playlist. It used to be my drinking playlist, and I do not drink anymore, but I still like to rock out, and so they are on there. I get mixed in with all the other good stuff I got. It's awesome. I hear them come on the radio while I'm driving down the highway. Turn that volume all the way up.
I make them come on. I replay their music so often. My wife's like, I think it's almost like you have no other songs. I'm actually looking for, and I don't know where I put it. Oh. Now, I know you don't drink anymore, but I've done a new thing on Wednesday nights where I dig into a little something, homemade apple pie moonshine from my good friend Gus. And it's become a Wednesday thing, a little shot of that. And definitely with Tom being here, he inspires me. Thanks for the patience. It's been it has been a fucked up 18 months, dude. But you guys are really killing it, mixing it to perfection. I know you guys, Eric, John, yourself, you guys are perfectionists. And I don't blame you. Make it perfect before you just slap it out there. So for my friend Gus and Angela, your shot is here. Whenever you're ready, your shot is here.
Oh, she said you owe me a shot.
Oh, well, yeah, it got a little wild last week, sure did. So this one is to Yo 2.0, to St. Ricketts, to Angela, to Laura Cheadle, to Tiffany
Have
for
my tea.
joining me tonight. Drink your tea, it's all good here.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, it's so good.
I've had some apple pie moonshine in my past, and it is very delicious. Yes.
He makes it at home, and he leaves like see I think it's like a cinnamon stick at the bottom that floats in there.
It's that time of year for the good apple drinks.
It really is. You know, I'm not really buying a lot of this shit now that you're not here to defend yourself and to say stuff like, I can't control what comes out of my mouth, and you were warned. I know I was warned, but you're naughty. Anthony Berry in the house. Apple pie moonshine. Fuck yeah, bud. This is amazing. I got to ask Gus. And Gus, if you're out there or you're watching a replay or anybody out there that knows Gus well, I will buy the ingredients. I will pay. Heck, I'll even pay you to make it. Get it out to the great people. I love it. The Sharkies, yeah, the shark thing, I love it. Anthony knows me from my origination of shark days. God, it was like my early 30s.
That when you got the nickname?
Yeah, when a girl came to the bar one night and she said, oh my God, look at that guy drink. He drinks like a fish. And my buddy's like, no, he drinks like a shark. And my buddy Joey's like, that's it. You're the shark. And that was it.
And it
End of
stuck.
story.
And it stuck. I don't have a cool nickname.
We got to get you one. I mean, kosher Tiffany Mosher is cool. But it's not, I mean, you can't really like walk around with that because people might get offended by the word kosher. Who really knows?
True. Yeah. We'll have to figure out something.
Absolutely. And we're going to do something now. I like doing things on Yo 2.0. It's a little out of twist. I did it last week with Angela. Last week we did a celebrity lust list, like who we love as celebrities.
Okay.
And that went really good. I'm going to do something different with you this week because I need answers from a very down-to-earth woman. Not that you're not, Angela, but it's just a different week and a different subject.
Oh boy.
Fran, hello. Everybody's offended by something. That's
That's
Anthony's
true.
wife, Fran. And you're right. Everybody is offended. I'm offended by the sound of my own voice sometimes. But we're going to play this one here. And the wording is a little mean, but I mean this in the kindness of my own heart.
Oh gosh, what are you
I'm gonna
getting me into?
Oh, it's fun. Trust me. It's
Okay.
ugly guys who get hot women. Now, I was reading this article about some of these guys who other men consider to be just unbelievably ugly,
Okay.
but they seem to get the hottest women. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to dig into the archives of some of these ugly guys and see the list. And I was blown away. So, what I want you to do is I'm going to, I've got the pictures, of course,
Okay.
and a little description of who they've dated. And I want you to tell me yay or nay on these guys. Like, would you date these guys? It did work for me, though. I'm an ugly man, and I got a beautiful wife. Thank you, Jed. It has worked for me. I'll be goddamn. Number one, Jeff Perini. No, I'm gonna. But everybody play along at home too. I like everybody's opinion. The first one, and for the love of God, trust me, I'm not a mean person, but this guy might be just the ugliest man I've ever seen in my life.
Oh boy.
MGK wins that hands down. Megan Fox is.
Oh, that
No
machine.
spoilers. She didn't even know it, and she already said it. But anyway, the first one, and help me here, everybody, is Pete Davidson, formerly of Saturday Night Live, actor comedian Pete Davidson. Now let me give you the list of some of the best of the best. Kate Beckinsale, Ariana Grande, and now he's rumored to be linked to Kelly Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. Tiffany, help me out here. Is this a hot-looking guy? Is this a guy that you would find attractive that all these big starlets are dating?
I personally don't find him attractive, but I'm sure that I'm sure what it boils down to, because everyone that he's dated are celebrities that make a lot of money, so it can't be that is the reason. You sometimes that you would automatically suspect, oh well, he's got money, that's why she's with him. I would assume for him, from just looking at him, I know he's on Saturday Night Live, right? Isn't he on there?
I know he was. I don't believe he still is. He has movies coming out, so I assume he's turned, like most of them do, to movie acting.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be his personality. I think he's probably just not deep down like other Hollywood guys. It's all about the these comments are killing me. They're not like just all about that eggplant emoji. They're about something more, and there's something deeper there. Mature adult conversation. These are the things that I like. So it's I'm thinking it's probably in the way that he treats them. It's his personality, kindness that shows through, willing to do sweet gestures, send flowers or things like that.
I'll roll with that on that one. The Kate Beckinsale one, apparently they got caught on the kiss cam at, I think, a Knicks game. And he was nice enough to turn to the kiss cam and kiss her. And then I heard he got a little more involved and his tongue started flapping. But still, some guys be like, kiss cam, I'm like embarrassed. And here, I mean, hey, he's with Kate Beckinsale. Like, I would probably kiss her butt on camera if I possibly could. But, he makes him laugh. And that's very possible. I know humor goes a long way.
Yeah.
And with some of the other ones on the list, I'm sure they all have their thing. We'll go on to the next one. And his name was already mentioned. Spoiler alert, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale
again. Noah Cyrus, Megan Fox. Help me here.
I've already used the he must be really nice one. I feel like I've got to. I can't say that for every answer. Maybe it boils down to what happens between the sheets. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
It could be. It could be that. It could be. I don't see it, but yeah.
Apparently, a lot of women are into the ding-a-ling. Maybe. You didn't really spoil it. It was an accident. You didn't know that was coming. Nobody knew it was coming. But now, rock star, like real, like super rock star thing, you think that plays into it?
Is that he's a rock star? Is he a rock star? I don't even know who he is really. I've seen pictures of him, but I don't know his music.
He's a rapper, but he does like wide variety of music, and now he's dating Megan Fox. You know,
I I don't know.
let's jump on to the next one because I need help with this next one because this one just
Okay.
hurts. Ready?
Nope.
David Spade. Okay.
David Spade.
Look at his lineup. The lineup is incredible. Carmen Electra, Heather Locklear, Pam Anderson, the love of my life, Charlotte McKinney, Julie Bowen, Christy Swanson, Krista Allen, Brittany Daniel. I mean, really,
That to me sounds like he he's probably a sex machine, and he just gets around and everybody tells their friends, you've got to experience this, and that's why he's dated so many women in Hollywood.
that's the kind of answer I'm digging for. I think you're right though because
I
he's
think it's
been
gotta be one of those things that's like, let me call up my friend. This just happened. Seriously, if you get a chance, do it. And that's why so many people are linked to him. I don't know.
I guess so. Yeah, grown ups kind of locks me in. Tommy Boy locks me in, and it's just to
I know.
him, to me, I just find him very unattractive, and he's like
Very.
real short. But
I
he has
know.
had the best women. That doesn't work. Trust me. You got to be great in the sheets. You got to have a lot of pockets, I guess.
I just,
Finally, a
I
guy
don't.
chiming in. It's-
I don't understand it either. 'Cause I feel
you're
like
being you're being so politically correct about it.
I
love it.
am.
All right, I'll hit you with one more, and
Okay.
I actually have two more, but one, I'm not even interested. And I need to know what you would think. I'll give you the list of women as well, and then think
Okay.
about it. And let me know what you think about this person. It's John Mayer,
Okay.
and his list is also very. It's like a Jeff Perini Hall of Fame. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Simpson, Katy Perry, Minka Kelly, Rashida Jones. Like these are like, wow. These are like big time hot women. Look at John Mayer. Does it do anything for you? Would you be charmed by his music? Would you look past his music and like he's just not that good looking? Like, what do you think?
Attractive wise, I don't find him attractive, but I know that the musician aspect, he is an incredibly talented musician. I mean, looks aside, John Mayer is probably one of the most talented guitarists today. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to see him play outside
I
of
haven't.
he's phenomenal. So major props, and I think that's something that women find very attractive is a musician that is and his music. He's got that very soft, smooth voice in his songs. So I feel like that's something that can definitely win women over for sure.
So basically, so out of these women, like I said, we've seen Kate Beckinsale a couple times. We've seen Heather Locklear a couple times, Pam Anderson. Do you think they dig webcast hosts who wear pink? I mean, because
They just might
I'm
got a
here,
network.
guys. Yes, you do have to network. I am not a sex machine. I actually need a machine to help me have sex, and and my pockets aren't quite as big as some of these guys. Now I agree, money plays into it, rock star fame. And I guess I'll hit the last one because the audience seems to like making the comments. And I did come back with Tommy Lee. Now that's a very bad picture of Tommy Lee. He's not a horrible looking guy, but that's a bad picture. Again, his list is pretty good. Heather Locklear, Pam Anderson, the lovely Sophia Tofa, who, wow, thinks she's just so hot. Again, is it rock star in him? I mean, we know the video, we know he's got the package, but is that enough?
I think maybe it's that bad boy mentality
Okay,
that
now
women are
that's-
attracted
yeah.
to. Kind of like the I want to try to. Maybe I'm the one that could tame it down. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's what screams to me with him. It's just that bad boy rocker. I don't get it, but
That's right. I'm the same too. But I'm guilty to because on our show we've had Mixie Demner from Stitched Up Heart, and then and we have another terrific woman of rock coming on our show in a few weeks, and Margarita Monet from Edge of Paradise. I kind of dig it. I like the tattoos and the rocker and the screaming voice on stage, so I'm just as guilty. But to me, these women are a lot more attractive than these men are attractive. And I don't mean, oh, I'm into guys, not into guys, whatever. I just don't see these men really having much.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. I'm a
I
little
don't.
off-turned by it, if you will. Oh, and of course we had Lena Scissorhands on. I find her to be gorgeous. And
Yeah,
again,
she's awesome. Yeah.
her voice, that screaming is amazing. And they're coming to Harrisburg later this month, and I really want to get out there. I don't know if my work schedule is going to allow because it's a Tuesday night, but I would
Oh,
love to see
school
that.
night.
Man. Yeah, school night. Yeah.
I know. I say that to myself too. I'm like, I can't go out on a school night, even though I don't go to school anymore. It's just like if I have work the next day, I want to be, I stayed up especially for you tonight and the fans. Normally I'm in bed by now.
We appreciate that too.
Oh
We really
yeah.
do. Mark Anthony J-Lo. Now
Yeah,
that
see,
maybe
Mark Anthony, but I don't get him either. I
me
don't get it
neither.
either, but he's got them smooth Spanish vibes.
He
Those
does.
those tunes. I mean, I love his music. I do love his songs,
They
but
say around the way you've asked for me. No, I'm not getting chicks with that.
oh,
That's
I
terrible.
love that. I was like, oh, like the concert continues.
I know, right? I've karaokeed that song before, and I'm not much of a singer.
That's a good karaoke song.
It's a great karaoke song, though.
Yeah.
And the young ladies were. This is back in my single days, so I karaokeed a little different back in those days. There was a little bump and
don't think-
grind on stage.
I don't think I've ever seen someone karaoke that song before. That's actually you have your typical ones that everyone does.
Yes. Hit me with some
Everybody
typical.
does Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Everyone does. I mean, it's just like there's just certain songs that every time you go to karaoke, you're going to hear. Never heard that one.
Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Don't even. That is how, Angela, if you haven't heard the story before, that's how me and Jewel sealed the deal to be partners here on the Yo Show. We went out, we ate, we got some drinks. Afterwards, my wife said, they got karaoke tonight at Breen's. Back when Breen's was in Rockledge. They got karaoke at Breen's. Next thing you know, Jewel and I are on stage singing. And at the end, she's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we're going to do this show thing because I know it's meant to be.
Nice.
Tequila?
Because
Other
it just
words
said
for
all you say
tequila?
is tequila.
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 I guess I can handle that. You'll win fat. I'm down. I know Gleason's locally has karaoke, I think on Saturdays, so you have to tickle my
What song would
karaoke.
you sing, Angela?
Yeah, Angela, what would you sing? I'm curious, 'cause I know what I would sing. No,
As we
just-
wait anxiously.
that's a problem with delay response, but we'll wait.
Earl just messaged me. You did awesome. Have sweet dreams. Good night, Earl.
Aw, he's
Thanks
great.
for
We love you,
tuning
Earl.
in. I'm sorry you're in Facebook jail.
I know, that sucks. Because I know, like I
I
said,
know.
he turned me on to Laura, and he's like, I can't wait. And all we've been talking about it. And then, like a week ago, he's like, dude, I'm shut down. I can't believe it.
Mm.
She can sing tequila. No, she can't sing tequila. There is no genre. It's karaoke. Karaoke has no genre.
You're put on the spot. You're next to sing. They call your name up. What are you picking?
I'll show you real quickly what you're up against. Just a small town girl
Journey.
living in a lonely world.
Ay.
She took the midnight train going anywhere. Oh God, that's hard.
You've got the what's that called when your voice does the
Shitty.
Yeah.
Shitty.
No, like the vibrating sound. You're
I don't even know what it is, and I didn't know I had it. I got something when it comes to singing, I'll tell you that much, but I don't really know what to call it.
Oh man.
Like Austin Powers said, he's got a certain what the French call, but that was Dr. Evil. He's got a certain what the French call, I don't know what.
That's funny.
Frog in the throat. Thank you. Yeah, that's,
Falsetto. Earl just messaged. He's still watching. It's called falsetto, not vibrating.
I got vibrato.
Vibrato. Yes.
Vibrato.
Vibrato.
Sassy. Thank you, Earl. Earl's always good on music terms.
Oh yeah, he's got all the knowledge.
He definitely does. Angela thinks she already beat me. Well, Santeria, and that's one of my all-time classic karaoke songs.
But I'm odd.
That's
That's a
not
good
odd.
song though.
I sing the hell out of it. I love that song. Let's do a topic of moral fortitude, because I know you're very much into people and high morals and doing the right thing. A story I read the other day, Michael Jordan's agent came out and told a story about MJ turning down a $100 million endorsement deal. Now, they didn't mention the product. I guess they really couldn't. But all this product wanted Jordan to do is make a 2-hour appearance, talk about the product, and talk about the deal. And he turned it down. Michael Jordan, of course, probably worth over $1 billion. So it probably really wasn't about the money. Probably was a lot about the product, but $100 million. Now, somebody comes to you, Tiffany, and I know it's easy to say either way, not having it in front of you, but just deep down imagine somebody saying, we want Beauty Beyond the Threshold to be the spokesbook for, I don't know, feminine hygiene products. And you're like, can you turn that down?
It would have to depend on what it is. If it goes against my morals, if it goes against what I stand for and believe in, I would have no problem turning it down, even though it's $100 million. And I know I get a lot of slack, like of what's the word I'm
Flack.
looking for? Thank you, flack for that. I have gotten a lot of flack for it wasn't $100 million, but I won't go into crazy detail, but for divorce proceedings and how I handled that, and I got a lot of flack, but I said, to me, it's not about the money. I would rather have peace. I would rather have a really great co-parenting relationship with my ex. I would rather just not have the bitterness that comes with money mostly. To me, it's not about that. Peace of mind means more to me. So nobody else understands or gets it, but it makes sense to me. If it was something that aligned with my core values 100%, I would take it, because it would really set me up for life. But if it's something that doesn't, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that. So I get where he's coming from. And it was probably a product that, I'm thinking in today's political climate, it was something to do with, it could have been politically motivated, as far as, never wanting to, associate yourself with something that might be iffy in the media, or something like that. And to be able to walk away from something like that, to say, what, no, that doesn't go with what I believe in or what I feel is right. It's not a hard decision, actually, when it boils down to that.
And it's a subject that I came across, and I know I had to bring up to you because I know how deep you read into these things. I know how selfless you can be. And like I said, again, not to push it, but if you haven't read it yet, seriously, go to Amazon and read Beauty Beyond the Threshold, because it's all about Tiffany giving and stepping outside of her comfort zone to volunteer her time for people in need, and it's beautiful. And when I saw it today, I'm like, you know what? Tonight, this is a perfect topic for Tiffany, because I kind of knew where you go with it. I appreciate how much further you went with it, because it's very enlightening. And like Anthony said, I mean, he's already a billionaire. So Michael Jordan pretty much is a billionaire. To turn down $100 million, people are like, oh my God, it's $100 million. Might have been money he didn't need, and it could have been something he truly didn't believe in. A lot of people are worried about. One of the touchy subjects right now is guns. pro-gun, anti-gun, and people are either way. Now, if it's like if you're an anti-gun guy and this gun company wants to pay $100 million, you're probably gonna be like, nah, I don't think so. It's not my thing.
Right.
So
I mean, and to answer the question, billionaire or not, I mean, I'm not I'm ashamed to admit I live paycheck to paycheck pretty much,
Sure.
and I still wouldn't take the money if it was something that didn't align with what my values are. And
very noble.
I have no problem with that.
I love it. I want to do this next piece here because you have become sort of a Southern girl. Used to be a PA Northern girl. You became a Southern girl. My wife commented on this earlier. I wasn't crazy about her answer. I'm going to hit you with this. It's usually I say this for Let's Argue, but I want to hit you with it tonight. So Southern desserts. There's 4 of them here. You got to get rid of one. One's got to go.
Pound
Which
cake.
one? Pound cake? Really?
No,
Pound
no.
cake?
Yeah, pound cake's got to go.
I cannot stand sweet potato pie. I think it's the most vulgar thing ever. I love anything banana, so banana sticks. I
love
can make my
banana.
way through peach cobbler, pound cake up. Pound cake, really?
Yeah, no, pancake. I just can't.
Angela Seltzer said
Yeah,
pancake.
Angela, you're my girl. Yeah, it's sweet potato pie is it's in the pumpkin pie family. I like it. Give me some good like a bunch of whipped cream on top. No problem. Peach cobbler, get me some a la mode with some vanilla bean ice cream on top.
sounds good.
Yum. But banana pudding, I mean, that's my favorite of all of them. I love banana pudding. Yeah, pound cake I can do without.
Another bye-bye for sweet potato pie. And, so Angela makes bomb sweet potato pie. Wow.
Ooh.
And it's funny because Jewel makes a phenomenal pumpkin pie. And I'm not a big pumpkin pie person. Jewel made it one year for me and my wife. And my father-in-law came over and he tried it. And it's phenomenal. So Angela, if you're ready to make it, I'm ready to try it. Maybe you can sway me.
Maybe once you get back in the studio, you can have like a Yosho contest. You can do a pie contest. You can do a chili cook-off.
We can do a singing
in the fall,
contest.
karaoke. Yeah.
I can't give you a bottle of it unless Gus offers me a whole bottle, but you're definitely entitled to a shot of Yosho Bake Off. I like it.
Yeah.
We could do it live. And you know what I'm going to do when maybe, I don't know, months down the line when the Yo 2.0 version like really kicks off, like I'm going to get a big show together with you and Jewel and some of these great people that have stepped in. Because you could fit like up to 10 people on this screen. I get 10 people in and just kind of get their perception of what they pick up from this show and the audience, what they love about it, and really talk shit on me because that's
Like
what's
a
up.
roast?
Yeah,
You should have a Yosho roast.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I've always secretly wanted to be roasted. I just don't think I could handle the. Like, I want to know what people would say, but I'd probably cry. It would have to be done tastefully.
Exactly. That's really like it's like an oxymoron. Like that's the last
I
thing
know.
to roast.
Please
about.
roast me, but be nice about it.
Oh, Tiffany, your hair is so brown tonight.
It's like I've been like looking at it all. And I'm like, oh, this one piece is sticking out of it. I'm like, yeah, it's we're family. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. So we can understand each other. There's another thing I want to talk about, and again, it's not really. It's a little bit immoral, but it's more or less become nonsense, and it's the Nirvana baby.
Mm.
And now this young man has grown up after years of reliving the picture and heck, getting it like tattooed across his chest. And now maybe the money ran dry, but now this man is after a lawsuit against the band. He's after $150,000. He's accusing him of child pornography and taking advantage. And the lawyer Maggie Mabby, I believe her name is, was getting pounded on CNN by Cuomo for her role in defending this $150,000 in damages. My first thought, and I give it to you as a parent, and again as a thinker and a person with the moral fiber, what is the parent's responsibility in this? They had to sign off to use this kid.
Yeah. I mean, I would not do it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously. Um, I personally think this is something that, oh, the color. My Yeah, oh, you know what? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's some sort of beach. I can't remember. I'll have to look it
that's
up. But I think that I think it's something that somebody probably just said, in this uh, way things are today, with everything being very PC
yeah.
and very just it's wild. Somebody probably planted a seed of, you could probably get a lot of money for that.
Right, exactly. And yeah,
Why
he
not? Go
remade
ahead
it.
and try it. I don't think, I
Yeah.
mean, I can't speak for the man, obviously, and what he has gone through as a result of being on the cover as a baby, not having had the choice. It was not his choice to do it. And so whatever happened growing up, whatever publicity surrounded that, it may have been a very difficult road for him. I don't know that. I don't know. I can only speculate that it coming to light at this point, he's a grown adult. Is that what is he almost? How old is he?
I think he's 30.
Almost 30.
Right
Yeah.
on
So I
30.
think I think this is something that was probably just an idea of, eh, what we're bored. Let's try this.
Yeah.
That's not what I think. That's what I think it is. Like, why not try to see what you can get out of it? But on the other hand, this is the inner anthropologist in me. I know, I talk about it. I studied anthropology for my undergraduate, so I try to see everything from both sides. We don't know what he has gone through. This could have been something that he has been struggling with for a very, very long time, and it's just now it's like, who cares what everybody thinks? I'm going to try to go and fight for something that's important to me. So I don't know. It's I think to all of us on the outside, it looks really, really wild and crazy. It's like, you're 30,
Yeah.
you're now just doing this, but we don't know his journey, and we don't know what his state of mind is. It would be interesting to see how it plays out, really.
He and of course the beauty of social media, the jokes that come out that he's mad because it hasn't grown since that picture, and
Oh,
he can't get the ladies now because I believe he had the name of the album tattooed on his chest, if I'm not mistaken. I thought
hmm
I had read that friend. I could be wrong, but I think he has like the album name like tattooed across his chest or on his chest or something like that. Kind of leads me to believe he wasn't so anti, and
yeah.
now, like you said, Tiffany, we don't know, but could very well
It,
stop it. Cool.
cold water.
But yeah, maybe it's just like like I said, like hey, you're that kid. More
hmm
people need to know it, and you should be entitled to money for being that kid. Yeah, I'm
and you
scratching my
and
back
I
here.
don't, who knows what he's doing with his life right now. Um, he might need the money. He might need the money, and someone said, "Hey, you could get a lot of money if you fight this, and you could possibly win it." It, I mean, we live in a very sue crazy culture.
Yeah.
People will sue over literally anything. You have to be
Yes.
very, very careful about what you say, what you do. And I get nervous with my social media sometimes. I'm like, I do not want to offend anyone. I don't like I don't want the cancel culture coming after me,
Right.
just because I post something wrong. Some very, very I maybe overthink it too much sometimes. I get nervous with the content. So I really try to just keep it very light and inspiring. But
Sure.
it's a tough time to live in, really.
I was watching. I tend to try and it's something I never did before because I used to come on the show and do this and like, yeah, Joe Rogan sucks. It was kind of like my way of stabbing at Joe Rogan, hoping one day he heard it and called me out. So like, hey, let's watch this guy's show. Joe Rogan just called him out. But seriously, I'll sit here at night and I'll watch Rogan and Stern on YouTube just to try and get a feel. And I was locked in really hard the other night. Rogan it was a past episode, but he had Jamie Foxx on it. And he was talking about jokes that Jamie Foxx made. And Fox was like, I made jokes about black people, and black people attacked me for it. And I made jokes about white people, and white people and black people attacked me for it. He's like, and then any joke I started making, you get attacked for it. And Rogan's like, well, what do you mean? He's like anything, social media. comments. There's always a guy in a crowd with a comment, or people in a crowd with a comment, and comments turn into more, that turn into arguments, that turns to bashing, and gets to be a mess. Jamie Foxx said, look, stop reading the comments. He's like, I know it sounds hard, but stop reading the comments. And Rogan's like, yeah, it's kind of that easy. He's like, it really is. If you post something on social media, you know, a guy that big, you know people are going to comment. Don't
Yeah.
read the comments. And people that are going to make offensive comments, okay, you're offended by it? Over here, because it's jokes. When me and Joel went to see Jamie Kennedy, he came out and said, look, you can get mad, but it's jokes. Like, I'm on stage kidding, making you laugh. And I laughed. And Jamie Foxx said, look, I'm trying to make people laugh. And the majority of the room is laughing, but there's always that one person looking at you with an eyebrow raised like, that's not very funny. If
Yeah.
it's not funny, then walk out, turn it off. Don't be a Jamie Foxx fan. But really, to stomp up and down in media or social media,
Thankfully, I haven't had any backlash yet.
yet. I haven't
Yeah,
either.
I don't. I dread the day I will probably be very upset, but so far, thank goodness, so far so good.
But it's, you know, it's even as crazy as it is, the little show we do. And a while back, we had Brianna Dale on the show. She is a model, and she used to be the bikini barista. She's out in California. She's actually a super sweetheart of a girl. Very sexy, you know, has everything in the right place, so to speak. And the show was great. We had like 10,000 views. We laughed.
Wow.
Me and Joel had a blast with it. We all got a little tipsy. We had her doing shots, and she was telling amazing stories. And there's some guy on YouTube that says, this sucks, and you suck. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
It's like, yeah, why?
Like, did he wait like that night? He's like, well, I'm going to get him. Or was it a week later? Like, all right, I don't like this. Like,
But it still makes you feel like, huh? Why?
what did I do?
What? It's the Yo Show, though.
I
It doesn't
know.
suck.
It's Sweet Fun Yo Show with drunken host who had several shots of Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Oh gosh.
Andrew Blidner in the house. And speaking of artists who love to offend people. No, I'm kidding. Andrew's amazing. Andrew, tonight, I know I changed into pajama pants, but tonight I have on. Oh, yeah. These awesome Abraham Lincoln socks that were bought for me by Andrew. He sent socks to
nice.
me and Joe after his appearance on the show.
I rock some Abraham Lincoln socks.
And I still have them, and I still love them. They're a little dirty. I wore them to work today. So a little
They
banged
are
up. but
awesome.
They are great. And Andrew's
I
great.
love
and,
that.
He's a great dude. Thank you. I
Hi,
love getting
Andrew.
stuff from people. I'm like, you know, I hold your book up, and I always hold it so dainty because it's got a very sincere autograph in it. I'm always afraid to touch it. And I even said to my wife, like, you want to read it? She's like, I'm afraid to read it. I don't want to ruin it. The socks, dude. It's all about the
Yes.
socks. Andrew is
I
a
love the
terrific
socks.
actor, performer. He's got new stuff in the works. He actually did a video with Aaron Paul. You met Aaron Paul, of
I
course, on
love
the show
Aaron
one
Paul.
time. Love Aaron
Nice.
Paul. And Andrew is part of the Aaron Paul family. And I love him. Andrew's super talented and a great guy. And I've actually tried to get him on the program. We're going to try to work him in October to talk about his new projects. And he's
Nice.
terrific. He says, hey, Tiffany. And
Hi.
definitely worth meeting. Terrific guy. Andrew.
Yes.
And I love when he tunes in because I love when past guests who are these very busy actors, singers, whatever, take time to come check us out. We appreciate it. It means like the world to us. It's great.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think the conversations that we have with these so talented individuals,
Yes.
it definitely makes my week 100% better.
Yeah,
I love
you
it.
take a little piece. I took a little piece from Laura tonight, and I see she brings her dad with her, and they perform for us. And when I saw her backstage, I'm like, oh man, she's on the stool with the guitar in her hand, and somebody's in the background, like they're ready to play. Boom.
We had a concert.
just got off directing a Broadway play. That is
Bravo.
humongous. That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
I'm telling you, blown away. I love this. I could do this 7 days a week, and I could.
I do like my Broadway. Are you into musicals? Do you like musicals?
A little bit. I've seen a few. I saw Cats live, and I
Hmm.
saw Lion King, and yeah. So I'm not. Um, it's funny. When I was younger, I saw West Side Story,
I
and
love West Side Story.
it was a girl I was dating at the time, and all my
Yeah,
friends, like I was a young guy, and all my friends were like, "What's that story?" I'm like, "Dude, watch it." And
good.
I watched it, and I loved it.
I went to Boston and I saw Donny Osmond
Wow,
as Joseph and Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor
wow.
Dreamcoat. Yeah, it was incredible. He is such a just vibrant. I mean, his stage presence is amazing. And I was 13, I remember, and I
Wow,
was just in awe. And I still love Donny Osmond to this day. He's incredible. And I still have all the words to the play memorized.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I always loved Marie Osmond. I've
Mhm.
always had this huge Marie Osmond crush, and people say, "Oh, she's so phony, and she's not this." I think she's adorable. I still think she's entertaining. She's got that big, bright smile. It's always a great presence. I've always been a fan.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with Donnie and Marie.
You cannot go wrong
No.
with Donnie and Marie. Let's give some thanks and shout outs to some people who come on and give us the little emojis, the likes, the loves, and the laughter. We got a laugh emoji from a man, Anthony Berry. Thanks, man. Love entertaining. We got some hearts from Fran Berry and, of course, from Sue Cheadle. Thank you very much for that. And some thumbs up from our man, Jim Hutton from the Moist Collective,
All right.
the beer product of the stars, as seen on the Yo Show. That's awesome. Jed Chris, of course. Thank you, Jed. Your comment was amazing, too. Really froze me in my tracks, which I absolutely hate when that happens. I hate being bested by comments. No, I'm kidding. It was actually great. April Hoover Rubino. April and her husband Jimmy are the owners of Ralph's Italian Restaurant down in South Philly, one of the legendary Italian restaurants of South Philly, the amazing Ralph's. I've dined there several times. I absolutely love the ravioli and meatballs. Highly recommended.
Mm,
And oh, I'm telling you, if you can
yum.
make a couple days to see all Philly, that's on the list, definitely. And my main man, my good buddy Steve Giordano, thank you everybody for the emojis, for viewing, liking, and loving. Massive thanks to Laura Cheadle, terrific tonight. Of course, www.lauracheadle.com. The new single, Shine This Lifetime, is out now. Apple Music, Spotify, you can find her on YouTube, all major download outlets. She's got a huge library of music available, so check them all out. Instagram at Laura Cheadle Music, and of course, Facebook at Laura Cheadle. Tiffany, I actually took a new road myself with this new job.
Mhm.
And it's like a yo show first, and then I did it back to back. I have not had beer on the last two episodes. I drank chocolate milk tonight. I did have a shot, chocolate milk. I got to stay focused. I'm back in the working world
I
now.
love chocolate milk.
Ah,
It
amen.
is it is the best. I can't drink regular milk. But I love chocolate milk. And I can only take my multivitamin with chocolate milk. It's the only for some reason. If I take it with anything else, it makes me kind of nauseous.
Wow.
So it gives me a reason to drink chocolate milk every morning.
I love it. Like sometimes we'll
That's so
go
good.
out. Me and my wife go out to breakfast. On the weekends, we try to get out sometimes, go to breakfast. And if I get up early and have a cup of coffee, I usually don't like to do 2 cups early in the morning. So I'll have a cup. She's like, hey, let's go to breakfast. I'll get like a nice cold glass of chocolate milk to have with my breakfast. I love it.
Chocolate milk is usually my road trip go-to drink. Like if I'm on a road trip and and I always like to leave early in the morning. I'm a morning person. So I'll wake up at like 4 in the morning and get on the road and stop at the gas station, do a quick potty break or whatever. And I always get the just in the refrigerator section, like the chocolate milk. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. Something
I
about it.
agree. And I think it's even better. Well, I do like it pre-made, but I just love putting that syrup at the bottom and just
Oh yeah.
whipping it through in my vintage 1971 glass, aged to perfection.
I like it.
Got it for my last birthday. I'll tell you what that means. It means I just turned 50. The pain. So, what's in the future? When is there any future plan of getting you down here to see us? I know you got a new job. I know you got a busy family life. I know you got a busy personal life now. Congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
when any plans anytime in the near future to come see us?
I was actually in Pennsylvania last weekend. But under difficult circumstances,
I'm sorry.
a near and dear family member passed as after a 3-week battle from COVID.
Ooh,
So we went home, actually came up the Eastern Shore and quick swung by the Philadelphia airport to pick up my sister who flew in from Wisconsin, and we headed up north to Benton, right outside of Bloomsburg, and did a celebration of life. And we got to see a lot of family that we hadn't seen in a very long time, which was nice. Not
Yes.
under the circumstances, but the service was beautiful, and it was um, yeah. I do plan on coming back home for Thanksgiving. Um, but to hang out in Philly, I don't know. I'll have to make some time. I would love to come up and just hang out. I know I was supposed to travel up there for work for last month, and we're
Yeah.
gonna try to plan something that fell through. So hopefully, maybe a work trip will present itself. That would be really really great, actually.
That sounds great. We definitely are here with open arms if you can make your way. And I know Jules excited herself. My wife, has the on and off weeks when she feels good and not so good. So we will plan it. We
Yeah,
will embrace you, and we will eat lots of mozzarella sticks and junk food.
that would be perfect.
It's always a pleasure having you come on with us. Um, yeah, like I wanted to ask you, coming out of coming out of the town you live in. I almost blew Kentucky. I know coming
Yeah,
out of Kentucky, there's
yeah.
this rather gigantic, like multi-mile long bridge. I
Uh
don't know
huh.
if you ever asked it. Do you travel that thing? Because that
Hmm.
thing makes me nervous as hell.
Yeah, I just did the other day. It's what's really weird with me is tall bridges, the ones that like you go up and they go up to the sky and then come
Yes,
down. Those make me super super nervous.
agreed.
I have white knuckles on the steering wheel. I tell the kids like basically don't look out the window or we're gonna flip off the edge. Like I get paranoid. But for some reason, I guess because it's flat. I mean and I try not to think about the fact that if the bridge were to something were to
Right.
collapse, then the whole, I mean, 14 miles of bridges and tunnels. It's insane,
Yeah.
and you don't want to travel it on a windy day because sometimes you see on the news a tractor trailer go over the edge. I mean that's
Been there.
scary.
Got stuck in traffic behind one time. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm definitely a little nervous crossing it, but it was just the route I had to go, so I just kind of
Yeah.
just block it all out and try to just get from point A to point B. The tolls though, oh my gosh!
How bad
And
now?
thank goodness I had an easy pass. It's eight if you don't with an easy pass, it's $14 one way. Without, if you're
Jeez.
paying cash, 18
Wow,
one way.
$18.
Yeah.
And for me, the fear is like if I'm with my wife and she's like, "Oh, look out there!" I can't. If I look at the water, I start to lose it. I get the
Hmm.
shakes because looking at all that water surrounding you and knowing that, yeah,
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I don't travel
yeah,
that way often, and normally I don't, but because my sister was flying into Philadelphia, that was the best route to take.
right.
But on the bright side, we traveled up Friday, and all of the people were going on vacation for Labor Day weekend, going south down to the eastern shore to the beaches. So we didn't have any traffic. Coming home Monday, everybody was going back home, going north towards Philadelphia. So it was a smooth sail
Excellent.
back.
Still makes me nervous.
Yeah,
I hold my hand on the window button over a bridge.
yeah,
Really? Yeah. I
yeah.
guess a little
Because if you
terrifying.
go, you would need to be able to open up the window so you can get out.
Good. Yeah. Good point. You always watch
Mhm.
those movies. You're like, "Well, I just open the window." Once the car goes under, you ain't opening the window. You're done.
Getting morbid on the
I
ocean.
know, right? Yeah, we
The
don't
last
get a lot.
5 minutes of the ocean.
Yeah, we bounce around. We do funny, we do morbid. Next week, next Wednesday, we come back with another 2.0. And like I said, we mix up the guests, we mix up the special guest co host. But next week is going to be phenomenal. Tiffany, this young lady coming up with us, has toured with the Femmes of Rock violin team. She has toured with Aerosmith. And now she's a member of the Las Vegas Raiders football team in-house musical band. It's violin player Miss Sarah Chaffee, and she's going to be with us next Wednesday night on Yo 2.0. And I got so many questions to ask. Of course, I want to ask about touring with Aerosmith. I want to talk about the brand new Las Vegas Raiders stadium, which is this giant palace of a stadium, which I hear is absolutely beautiful. So Sarah will be on with us next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Jewel Tatey is back with me next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So make sure you check out the Yo Show, Yo 2.0. And in the future, of course, you'll see more of Tiffany. I will, again, praise her because I love doing it. One more time, get yourselves over to Amazon and buy Beauty Beyond the Threshold, an absolutely inspiring, motivational, and incredible story by Tiffany Mosher, a true life story about her many travels, her triumphs, and volunteer work. Just absolutely amazing. So make sure you check that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for a window to break either. I just would be terrified. So I thank you for joining us. Everybody that tuned in. We had a great audience tonight. Very active in the comments. A lot of people coming in and out. I thank all of you for that. Tiffany, as always, it gives me great pleasure to sit here with you. My heart gets filled with just great joy. You make me very upbeat as well as the guests do. So I always love sitting with you. It puts a big smile on my face. Now I've got to go to bed and wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm going to have that adrenaline. So I probably won't to go to bed till about 2 in the morning. I get so amped after the show. I get so pumped up. But we will see you very soon. Thank you again. We are going to line up the exit rather. And what I love doing with 2 nights a week, double dose of St. Ricketts. So on Tuesday nights, you get What Fire Cannot Burn. And on Wednesday nights, rather, God, I get so tongue-tied at the end, you get The Catalyst. Both are terrific songs. Again, check out www.saintricketts.com. And as I said, brand new music to come. Tom from St. Ricketts was on earlier. He promised you brand new music. Stick around for it. For Jeff the Shark Perini, Tiffany Mosher, wishing everybody a great night. We will see you next week.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, you lovely people. And even some of you crazy ones.
We love the crazy ones.
We do love the crazy ones. And I love you.
I love you.
And I love you.
We love you, Angela.